Okay, yes.
Ready?
I'm ready. No.
Ah!
Ma'am, because we got to talk about the Hulk.
Okay.
We got to talk about the Hulk.
Okay.
I watched the Hulk. I get it. I was so frustrated. Like, tonally,
it's very
different.
Very different.
Like, and just, we didn't earn so much of that movie. It just happened. I'm watching Ed Norton, like, walk around, fight, and even the beginning, the exposition build-up. I'm like, what?
I think the thing that happened with the Hulk, and I feel like Feige took a lesson from that.
Okay.
You have to start the story as if no one knows what the story is. The Incredible Hulk doesn't do that. It drops you into the universe where we're already supposed to know. Like, see, now Bruce Banner has run away to South America. He's hiding from himself. He doesn't want to talk to anybody. He's a recluse. He's scared of everything. He's scared to death of everything. If you are not a fan of The Incredible Hulk, if you never watched it as a kid, I'm dating myself. I watched it as a kid, right? So I know the story of The Incredible Hulk. I know what happened to him. But the thing about that particular movie is that movie is also the best that we have of the Hulk movies.
Yeah, I was so
The one that they did with Eric Bana was trash. It made no sense. It was very frustrating. It was way too emotional. There wasn't enough of breaking things. Hulk smash.
Right? I looked
We just
it up.
want Hulk
I was
to
like,
smash.
what is this other Hulk? I got confused for a moment. I'm not going to
No, that's a different. And then they had, this whole relationship with his father. Well, it mess, right? And then, so that was way too emo. This one was a little bit more action-centered, but it also drops you into the universe. The thing that happens in the MCU, which I think everybody appreciated, is that they're not just talking to fans. They're talking to people. I don't know who these characters are. I don't know where they came from. Why should I care? What is this? I shouldn't have to have a conversation with you about a backstory during the movie. I shouldn't have to say to you, okay, this is happening because way back in this happened and way back in this universe. But I shouldn't have to tell you that in a movie. When I watch an origin story, The Incredible Hulk was supposed to be an origin story, I should know the origins. But I understand, based on the other Hulk movies that came before, especially that one with Eric Bana that was just not right, I understand why they thought it necessary to drop us into that universe.
Okay.
To just be like, okay, so we already know he got hit with gamma radiation. He became the Incredible Hulk. He can't control it. It's, all of this is so hard. So they're just like, let's just get all that out of the way and let's go ahead and drop us into this universe where now he's in South America and he's running from himself. Because he literally is running from himself. They took out the scene. We've talked about this.
Yes.
They took out the scene where he I want to say he was in the Himalayas or somewhere where there was a lot of snow, and he tried to shoot himself, and then the Hulk spit the bullet back out.
Yep.
That scene, they took that scene out because they thought the scene was too dark. The funny thing about that movie is that whole movie is droll. Like, that whole movie is just like, oh my God, we're depressed, we're sad, we're emotional, we're
running, you're hiding. And then Betty, I'm like, from jump, I was like, is she dead? Is she alive? I'm so confused. I'm so confused.
Betty's performance was
just breath. And I love Liv.
I think most of us love Liv. We just don't think Liv should have been in that movie. It's frustrating. What I do love about what the MCU did is they put real actors in these positions. These are not slouches. These people are not new to the craft, and they also took the role seriously enough so they're not winking at the camera. This is a superhero movie. Yep. It's fantasy. We all understand that it's fantasy, but we don't need you to get your self-esteem involved and be like, you guys, this is fake. Like, I'm really a serious actor. Nobody asked for that. Right. We want you to embody the character. And I will give credit to every actor in the MCU that is exactly what they did. They all embody these characters. Are these characters sometimes ridiculous? Yes, that's okay. That's what we signed up for. We are here to enter a world that is different from the one that we live in. And your job is to take us into that universe so that we believe, make us believers.
Yeah, I didn't believe Ed Norton, and Ed Norton's great, he is, but I also didn't care. I'm like, okay, can we get there?
I enjoyed him, but I needed him to not be so sad and depressed all the time.
Whiny. Like I was so confused at the end. Okay, we just tore up this whole city. You defended it, like you did the thing as the Hulk, and you also showed individuals that you can control him to a certain degree.
I will say I like the very end where he's sitting there meditating and it says days without incident and he opens his eyes and they flash green. I thought that was brilliant. I was like, okay. You're starting to enjoy it. Now you can control it. At the very end, when he's sitting there, and then you see it says days without incident, and he opens his eyes and he smirks at the camera, and his eyes are green.
Yes.
It tells you, I can turn him on and turn him off now.
Okay, I understand that.
Now I can do this. I can work on this. But the problem with that movie is that movie was way too. It was way too DC, and I'm gonna shit on DC for now because DC is very dark and emotional, and we're sad. It's superheroes. Can we please be excited about superheroes? Right. You have powers. Oh my God, let's celebrate that. We all want powers. Like you said, I want a suit. We all want a fucking suit, dude. We all want a suit.
I just don't understand why he had to leave. I'm like, okay, you just like. We did all of this. You got the girl, when they were in the waterfall area hiding, and that moment, I was like, oh, this is sweet. Okay, she's seeing this other side of him, and she can help him control him. Like, just all those details, I did appreciate very much. So I enjoyed that. But then at the end of it, I'm like, and so we're running and we're hiding and we're depressed again. Why for come?
Right.
Why for come?
I mean, I will say, in his defense, they shredded the city.
Yep.
Right? So their accountability
has
to be, they shredded the city. Between him and Blonsky, they tore everything up. And because it was PG-13, like, I'm like, 2 giant monsters, somebody died. Nobody died? Y'all tore up the whole entire city? And nobody died?
Tangent, I did not believe Tim Roth. Like, he drove me crazy. I was like...
That was an interesting casting choice. I personally... For me, I just didn't believe that this 4'9" man, who's not 4'9", but I mean, I just didn't believe. I mean, I did believe that he had a giant chip on his shoulder. Okay, I mean, you're 2 feet tall. You have a giant chip on your shoulder. You want to be a big man. I get it, right? I bought Norton. I bought Norton because I grew up on the Lou Ferrigno Incredible Hulk, and Lou Ferrigno was.
You saw the face.
He was
what?
She's young, y'all. He was the Hulk in the television series.
Okay.
He was a bodybuilder. He was the Hulk. They just painted him green, and he was the Hulk. We didn't have CGI back then. But his counter, the actor who played Bruce Banner, was a small, slight, extremely intelligent man. So I like Ed Norton's casting because he was a small, slight, extremely intelligent man. So for me, that harkens back to my childhood. That's like, oh, I remember Bruce Banner was this little guy who didn't want to bother anybody. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. He was very small. He always had a coat on. His head was always down. He didn't want to be noticed. So in the show, he goes from town to town. And he beats up the bad guys. Okay. But when the Hulk shows up, he now has to leave because people know that he turned into the Hulk, and he doesn't want them. So he has to go to the next town.
Okay.
So that kind of tracks. They kept. I felt like they kept that dynamic true in the movie, where you have this small, slight man who's extremely intelligent, who's also trying to figure out what the hell, why am I like this? He's sending his blood off to Mr. Blue. I love that part. I love the investigative part. I was not a fan of Liv Tyler's casting. I was not a fan of Tim Roth's casting. I just wasn't. They just did not strike me as the people who should have been in those movies. And also, Bruce Banner never had a love interest.
Really?
Not that I can recall. I might be wrong. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but I'm not talking about the comics. Oh my God. Before anybody comes for me, I'm not talking about comic books. We are not in this universe. We are not going to do deep dives in the comics. If you are a deep nerd, please keep your opinions to yourself. Okay? We're not going to talk about different universes and who had a son. And nope.
Or at least be nice.
We're not doing that. I'm married to a deep nerd. I got a little PTSD. Okay? I'm married to a deep nerd, and he'll just be like, baby, that's not what that means. Okay? And I'll sit and I'll be educated. I'm strictly talking about the way that the Hulk fits into the MCU, and then my recollection of the Hulk as a child when I watched the television series.
Okay.
That's really where my recall comes from. Of all of the Hulk movies, the Ed Norton version is the one I enjoy the most.
Really?
You gotta watch the other one.
Oh.
You watch the Eric Bana one, you would just fight the air.
Okay, that makes sense.
You just be like, why?
I saw the commercial for it, and I was like, I know that's not the one I'm supposed to be
watching.
watching.
I think the director was so in love with like his comic book panels and shit. Like, it's very stylish.
Okay.
And it looks like you're reading a comic.
Okay.
Visually, yay. The story's annoying. Maybe it's just the women, because I think it's Jennifer O'Connell, I think is her name.
Yep.
She irritated me in that movie. I was just like, oh my God, y'all are just, all you do is whine and cry at the screen. And what is your function? And as a female, so as a female nerd, I take issue with the way that women, their function sometimes in the storyline. If your whole job is to be rescued, I'm disinterested.
Right?
If all you are is an obstacle, I'm disinterested.
The damsel in distress,
or just an obstacle, just a person that tells the superhero not to be a superhero because you're so worried about him. I'm not interested in that conversation.
That's not really moving the story forward.
Right. And for me, as a person who grew up on cartoons, grew up on superheroes, grew up on wanting to be something more than average, always wanting to do more, wanting to see more, wanting to experience more. I lived in that world as a child, and I never identified with the women.
Because well, I don't know much, but I was like, Betty, you supposed to be real smart, you real annoying.
The characters that I identify with, and I'm going a little deep nerd after I just warned everybody. The characters I identify with are Scarlet and G.I. Joe, because Scarlet was a fighter. She was a soldier. So I identified with that. She could run with the boys.
Okay.
Not the Scarlet Witch.
I know. I was like.
No, Scarlet. I said G.I. Joe.
I know. I was like, wait.
No.
What? I don't know where.
But I grew up on G.I. Joe. Scarlet. If I had identified with a woman, I liked Scarlet because Scarlet kicked ass.
Is it a comic?
No, it was a comic. It was a cartoon.
Got it.
It was like a Saturday morning cartoon.
Okay.
I loved G.I. Joe, and I loved Scarlet and G.I. Joe. When I got into the Uncanny X-Men, and that would be the comic series, when I got into this comic series, I fell in love with Psylocke. Psylocke's a psycho. She's fucking crazy. But I love her because she didn't take any shit off the boys. She didn't really like boys. She didn't take any shit off the boys. Rogue, who's usually everybody's favorite, she's Southern. She was a Southern belle.
Okay.
When we get into the X-Men universe, at Doomsday will reintroduce the X-Men to us. Right? We'll go into the X-Men universe and you will meet Rogue. And you'll understand why she was everybody's favorite. Rogue is she's very chatty. She's got the best lines. But Rogue also really liked boys. And I was like, my life is not defined by a boy.
Come on. That's what drives me absolutely crazy about some of the DComs, the Disney movies that I've been watching, and
they're all boy crazy.
Right?
They're all boy crazy.
There's always a boy. There's always a boy. There's always a boy. I'm like, ugh.
And what is really frustrating to me about the Disney movies, which is why I'm just not a fan of them, is that we did all of this work in the cartoons to get away from the someday my prince will come. We did all of this work to get away from that, right? Frozen and Brave tell a different story. They tell a story of a girl who is not waiting on a prince. And Frozen totally fucks you up because the girl that is... Have you seen Frozen?
Yes.
So Anna is just like, oh, I'm in love with this prince. And he was the villain. Right?
I was like,
right?
Oh,
and
baby.
Elsa was like, fuck this.
Baby.
I don't like these people. As a matter of fact, I don't like people in general. Goodbye.
Right.
Right? And that became a story about sisterly love. The reason I love Maleficent is because Maleficent, even though they turned her into an anti-hero, it was a story about love for a child. This is my daughter. So that was her spirit daughter, right? And it was not true love's kiss that woke her up. It was the tears of love from someone who deeply, deeply loved her. That's why she came back. And that was also Maleficent's arc when she was like, true love doesn't exist because Stefan date raped her, right? Call that what it is, right? Stole her wings. So that's why I said she date raped her. Like, he got her drunk, stole her rings. She woke up completely violated, right? Her wings were her power.
Yep. That was devastating.
Right. It was horrible.
I was crushed.
Oh, yeah. I was so mad.
I said.
And I was like, don't ask us why we get mad. Don't ask us why we get angry. This is why we get angry. We are all Maleficent right now. Right? She's like, this is why I let this stupid human into my world and he fucked it up because he's greedy, right? So her arc is when she finds the love for this child to the point where her curse can only be undone by her love, right? Which I thought was beautiful. And that's going back to why the Disney movies, these, especially like The Descendants, why they annoy me so much is because now we've gone back to these tropes. We've gone back to these true love's kiss, someday my prince will come. It's all very boy crazy and very boy centric. And the thing that, and then the villains are because there are no boys. Like, but then if a boy likes you, then suddenly you're like the hero princess again. We did too much work to get away from that narrative, to teach girls that we're more than that. Does this mean that we don't love our boys, that we don't love our men? No, it does not mean that. But we also stand separate and strong and autonomous. We have agency. And we do not need them to exist in our truth, in our skin. Do we choose them? Yes. Absolutely. I chose my partner. And I'll say that to people all of the time. I'm not with my partner because I need him. I'm with him because I chose him. I chose him, he chose me. That to me is the healthiest dynamic. And Disney started to do the work to take us away from the only thing that I care about is this boy. Aurora was 16. If you watch the cartoon, the original cartoon, this baby fell into a deep sleep on her 16th birthday. Okay? And then this boy kissed her and they got married.
Oh, it drives me crazy. So much of...
We're trying to get away from that now. Right? We're trying to get away from female rivalries. The evil queen wanting Snow White to die because Snow White was more attractive. And then this hoe was in a coma and this dude came and kissed her. She don't know this man.
Right? And all of a sudden...
And now she getting back.
Ma'am, don't even get me started about zombies. Don't even get me started about that. Y'all, okay. I'm very excited. We're diving into... Oh, but also... The post credits to the Hulk, I saw Tony show up. I said, "Sir,
that's what's okay."
Sir,
so that's why you had to watch it,
sir. What are you doing here? The scream I scrumped.
I love that.
I said, "Wait a minute, you are not who I was expecting." I was like, "Okay, who gonna be? What's happening?" And
this is why I told you that the MCU, this is the most well-crafted universe that has been done in cinematic history for superheroes. Phases 1 through 3 are perfect. They're perfect. Now, I got my opinions about 4, 5, and 6. But 1 through 3 is tight. It's tight. They make some mistakes. You're going to see some of the mistakes that they make. You're actually going to find, I made a comment when we watched Iron Man about how the gang that abducted him, they call themselves the 10 Rings.
Oh, yeah.
That's not going to come up again until like phase 4 or phase 5. I forget when dude shows up. But I'm going to recall it. So remind me. Because I'm like, oh, okay, y'all tried to go there. They were really ambitious. Phase 1, Feige was like, let's go. They were super ambitious when they did this. So there's a couple of things that they patched up later on. You're not going to notice them. The only reason I notice them is because I've watched every movie a billion times.
Copy.
So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. We never followed up on that. Sometimes there's these little threads that go off this way that we don't pull back and we don't tighten up. And that's something that I think they got really good at. But then the problem is after phase 3, they got greedy. And you'll understand. You'll see because we have to watch the shows now. When we go into phase 4, we're going to have to go into 4, 5, and 6. We need shows to support the movies. Otherwise, you will have no idea what you'll be like, how do we get here?
How do we get here?
And I shouldn't have to explain it to you. I shouldn't have to go into a movie. This was my issue with The Incredible Hulk. I shouldn't have to go into a movie and explain to you what it is we're watching.
So much exposition.
That's ridiculous.
That's something I also dislike about.
We're like killing things. We're smashing. Hulk smash. Why are we talking? What are we talking about?
Okay. Now we're on to Iron Man.
You said what's in the box. Like we might want to reference. I love that you're a little bit of a pop culture nerd.
It made me giggle. I was like, no, they didn't bring that baby in here with a box.
You're like, what's
in the box? Okay, we're ready. And y'all, Muva brought me a smoothie. She makes the best smoothies. She really do.
That's technically not a smoothie.
Well, still, I didn't have to make it, and it's going to be delicious.
I just took the oranges, and I threw them in the Vitamix, and I turned the Vitamix on.
She also added love, because...
I added love. That's always my last ingredient.
Okay, it's time!
Let's get involved.
Oh my god. Okay, what happened? I mean, I love Don. Don was great, but
Okay, so I'll tell you from the perspective of, because it's now public record, I'll tell you from the perspective of Howard,
okay.
but also from the perspective of Disney. So according to Disney, Disney's story is that, and I keep saying Disney, but like Marvel's story
Okay.
is that Howard wanted too much money to be in the sequel.
Sir.
He tried to negotiate too much money and they didn't want it, and so they replaced him with Cheadle. Cheadle is a working actor. He's an actor. He's less about the celebrity and the fame, and he's a worker. So he'll come in and do the job. I have to say, personally, I prefer him in the Rhodey position because Howard will never, for me, stop being cute and the best man.
Oh.
I think that he plays more of a Dr. Facilier type character very well. I do not think I don't think he plays straight man very well. That's just my opinion of the way that he performs. I think that he's great if he has an ulterior motive, or if there's a side story, or if there's something else happening within his character besides 1 + 1 = 2.
Okay.
And Rhodey is as you can see, he's a very straightforward character.
Yep.
He's not sneaky.
Right.
He's a military man. He's very much like what you see is what you get.
Yep.
And I was not a fan of Howard playing that role because Rhodey is such a straight man. And he's a great contrast to Tony,
Right.
who's a mess.
Right. At any moment, you could, like in Iron Man 1, I did like Terrence, but then you could see he wanted to do more with the character, and probably wouldn't have played well with
I don't think it would have
others.
worked. He needed Tony he's your sparkle. He's your mess. Rhodey can't be the mess. Rhodey has to be the straight man. They have to be able to present a contrast. So I was not a fan of Howard's portrayal of Rhodey. That is not to say he's not a brilliant actor. I think he's a magnificent actor. I just didn't like him in that role. So according to Marvel,
he wanted more money.
He wanted more money.
Damn.
But according to Howard, two different stories. Now Howard went on Joe Rogan. He did the whole tour. So like I said, what I'm talking about is public knowledge. Like I don't have any insider information. But according to Howard, he did not ask for anything other than to be matched at least in some comparable way to Downey, because in Iron Man, Downey was uninsurable. Remember you asked me this question? You said, was he uninsurable? When he first got the job, he was uninsurable. According to Howard, he vouched for Downey. He said, I will vouch for him. I will cover him if you hire him in this role. So Terrence says he brought Downey onto the project.
Okay.
And he vouched for him. And Iron Man was a magnificent success.
Right.
Right?
Dang.
So Downey went from whatever they paid him, I cannot confirm the number, to apparently $10 million, according to Howard, for Iron Man 2. Howard was like, okay, you can't just pay me $1 million. You can't pay me $1 million and give him 10, and I'm basically the co-star. They fight together in Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
He has a lot more screen time in Iron Man 2. He was not asking to be paid what Downey was getting paid. He was asking to get paid on scale, on par, right? Which probably would have been like $5 million. If Downey was getting 10, he's getting 5. But remember, Gwyneth Paltrow might be Pepper Potts, but Gwyneth Paltrow is also Gwyneth Paltrow. She's legacy. I have no idea how much she costs, but I'm sure she costs some money, right? She didn't come in here for $500,000. Like, she's not a, you know what I mean? She's not a nothing actress. Like, and you see everybody and her cousin is in this movie. They got Sam Rockwell, Larry Ellison makes an appearance. You know who Larry Ellison is?
No.
His son just bought Paramount. His son owns Skydance. Skydance just bought Paramount. That's money. Larry Ellison is making a bid for Warner.
God,
money.
Dog.
You know who Elon Musk is.
Yes.
So they had everybody and their cousin in this movie, right? So that's the thing. So what they were trying to show is that Tony Stark is up there. He is firmly 1%. I like the way that they did this. I was very, very excited with the way they portrayed this. So, and did you hear he said, the Oracle of Oracles? Larry Ellison owns Oracle.
Yes.
Okay. So, Howard says he was just like he wanted to get paid on par. He got a phone call that said you're no longer needed. And the next thing he knows, he was out, Cheetah was in. He's never gotten over this. His whole thing was, I vouched for this uninsurable actor, and now y'all are kicking me out.
That's not fair.
Very unhappy about this. I don't know, somewhere in the middle of all this is his side, her side, and the truth. You know, so we don't know. Marvel's saying one thing, Howard's saying another thing, and Howard has 100% burned his bridges in this town. He's upset that he never. There was this whole thing when he went on this campaign about how he never got residuals for any of the music that he did in Hustle and Flow.
Dang.
But it wasn't in his contract, so I don't really know what he's upset about. Regardless, he went on a whole tear about that. He went on a tear about them not taking him seriously as a scientific brain, as a mathematician.
Oh.
Howard is very smart, but Howard is also very frenetic.
Yeah.
He wrote this long piece to Neil deGrasse Tyson and talking about science. And
baby.
Tyson was very gracious. And he said, I think that what we're dealing with is an extremely active mind. And the mind is not organized yet.
Oh no.
So he's
just feeling all types of rejected.
And so there was a whole lot going on. And this whole thing with Iron Man 2, it's the industry. The industry is unfair. It's extremely unfair. Cheadle is a worker. They offer him the job. He took the job. And I personally like him better in the job as a straight man. He plays a straight man to Tony Stark's mess. I'm happy with that contrast. I'm happy with that dynamic. So, and he might be, considering the fact that, you know, he made it all the way to the end, he might be an easier actor to work with. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Your character, your personality, it matters.
Because Cheadle's in. He's War Machine, period.
Yep.
That is never recast. That's who he is. So
show up,
I would say,
and you don't,
with the way that Marvel runs its platforms, at least up until the end of Phase 3, everything was extremely tight. The universe is tight. There are very few cracks in it. There's very few holes. They do try to patch them up. Only your deepest nerds are going to really pay attention to that. And they're going to go, well, what about this plot hole? What about that plot hole? But there's no major plot holes, at least in phases 1, 2, and 3, that I personally could find where I was annoyed that maybe something wasn't being answered. That maybe it was like, okay, I need to answer this question. You guys just like threw this out here and dropped it. There are some points in phases 4, 5, and 6 where they throw things out there and they drop them because they just aren't viable. And what I think the difference is between the first 3 phases and the last 3 phases is that in the first 3 phases, everything was being run by one person with one vision.
Yep.
You can see it. You can see how everything is wrapped very tightly. Everything has a point. I find the storytelling very economical. I don't think that there's a lot of fluff and a lot of extra characters or extra dialogue.
Just because
I found the first 3 phases to be very tight. I think that we really kind of get in the bushes with the next 3 phases, especially when we start incorporating the shows.
Ooh, okay.
So we have to get up to No Way Home in order for us to start Brand New Day.
Yep.
So you're going to miss out on a lot of what I'm saying now until we get past July.
Okay. All right. Now, why didn't they want Scarlett? Because she was fabulous.
It's not that we didn't want Scarlett. And I say we as the fans. It's not that we didn't want Scarlett. It's that we did want Emily.
Oh, that's right. I was like,
it's not that we didn't. She just was a non-issue. No, she didn't piss everybody off like Brie Larson did. Scarlett really wanted the job. There's a rumor. I can't confirm it. There's a rumor that Scarlett showed up to the audition in a red wig. She was like, I want this role. I want this role. Before this role, I never saw her as someone who was particularly athletic.
Oh.
But when she took this role, she showed up in Iron Man 2, and I was like, someone has been working out.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what she was in before, or like just what she had going on. When
I say someone has been working out, I don't even mean in terms of like her size. I mean in terms of her movement. She moves very confidently, even though they're switching things off. The stunt person, her poses are true. The way that she moves are true. Her facial expressions match. She doesn't feel like she's phoning it in. She looks like she trained.
Nice.
And that is something to be respected. I respect her as an artist that she trained. She was like, Natasha Romanoff is badass.
Right? And she's like, I'm not gonna look
She's
stupid.
the Black Widow. She is badass. That's her name.
I was about to say they never. Okay,
She's the Black Widow. The Black Widow she's untouchable. What I love about the character and I love about the way they portrayed her is that they did not try to play her like they played Mr. and Mrs. Smith, where Angelina Jolie was going blow for blow.
Okay.
Sweetie, you are 90 pounds soaking wet.
Hello.
You can't go blow for blow with a 250-pound man.
It's
just not realistic. One connect and it's lights out. She, Scarlet or Widow, uses her whole entire body. She uses her legs, and she's constantly in, out, ducking, diving, using everything.
Like water, I said.
And that's what's beautiful about that. As a woman, when I'm watching that, I'm like, okay, give me a woman something to aspire to.
Yes.
This is how you fight. Because you know you can't go pound for pound against a man.
Because it's just physics.
It's literally physics. She doesn't look like a bodybuilder. So that's when I say pound for pound, I mean like she's clearly smaller than these men. She doesn't have superhuman strength. She's not a metahuman. She's a woman. Right? So she's like, okay, so I'm going to use what I have. That's the art of Wing Chun is like that. Wing Chun was created for women. It is a version of martial arts that was created for smaller people. It's fast. You're fast. You're in. You're out. You're up. You're under. You're down. She does what looks like a version of parkour, capoeira. There's no Wing Chun in there.
Okay.
And then she does some hand-to-hand combat. But she's using her entire body, which I appreciated.
Yep.
I was like, I can see this. This is something, if you want to show girls that they can be badass, let's give them them realism. Let's show Widow is a badass and she's not to be fucked with, ever. There is no point where they're like, oh, she's weak. She's not weak. She's never weak.
That scene, her and Happy, hilarious.
Oh, Happy had one.
Hilarious. I said.
He turned around and was like, well, damn.
I got him. Oh, she got everybody else.
She got everybody else.
Oh, it was lovely. And
that's why you're still standing, sir.
And the dresses that they had her in, great, awesome. But like, I really did appreciate how her jumpsuit, baby covered. She covered. I was like, okay.
Because you got to think about Widow. She's tactical. She can't be moving around in a bikini.
Right. Thank God.
She's tactical. Everything is tight. She's got whatever she needs on that suit. That's like a little Batman suit. She got all kinds of stuff in there.
Yes.
And then it continues to enhance as we go. She continues to tweak with it a little bit so that she has more things. Because again, she's not a metahuman. Right? So what I love about the way that they...
For TV timeout, you keep saying metahuman. I have not met a metahuman. What is a metahuman?
You haven't met a human.
Where are
you haven't met a metahuman?
I was like, I know there's some type of something, but I'm like, man,
the Incredible Hulk would be an enhanced. He's an enhanced, and I'm saying metahuman. That's something that's actually from the DC verse. Okay. But she's not an enhanced.
Got it.
Right. Neither is Tony. Tony's not enhanced. He has technology.
Okay.
But the Incredible Hulk is enhanced.
Got it.
He has superpowers because he's been infected with gamma radiation.
He's
an enhanced. So when I say a metahuman or an enhanced, it's someone who has an ability beyond human capability.
Got it. Okay. Whew, I was like, is it a whole other sub of...
No, it's just an enhanced. So you met Hulk.
Yes.
And the next time we see each other, you'll meet Thor. He's enhanced.
Okay, but...
In a different way.
Okay. I was like, I have some idea of Thor, because he comes from another... Like, he's somewhere else, right? He's not Earth. Like,
He comes from... He's not from another dimension.
But he's from a different planet?
No.
What? Okay. I'm gonna learn. We're gonna get there. That's the next movie. It's the next movie. And then you just said it. The consultant?
The consultant comes after. Okay, so.
That wasn't on my list.
No. And there's a reason for it. Because the consultant technically is not. There are a series of little shorts.
Okay.
They're between 1 and 5 minutes. And they're these cute little anecdotes that are in between movies.
Okay.
When Disney got everything up on Disney Plus, they dropped these little gems in so that you can they're just cute.
Okay.
When we first met Thor, when a whole bunch of stuff happened with Thor, but then there's a whole series that they put on YouTube that are on here, so you'll see.
Okay.
Them, where like Thor doesn't have anything to do, so he's driving his roommate absolutely crazy.
Okay.
And the roommate's like, this is what it's like to live with a god. He doesn't pick up after himself.
He's a mess.
He just he doesn't have any money, so I have to pay for everything. He's like talking to the cameras like
Oh.
so and they're cute. They're like a couple of minutes. They put them on YouTube. They were so much fun. Just for people, they tied people over while we wait for the next movie.
Smart.
Right. So at one point we were only getting one movie a year. And then we started getting 2 movies a year, which was awesome because then we could keep up with everything and then you didn't have these insane lags between movies. So that's what they're just there to placate the
It's so funny. One of the comments was because I had said after Iron Man and the post-credit thing, I was like, that's all I get? That's all we get? So I was like, excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, you 30 years behind. I saw that. I cracked up. They're like, excuse me. You got 50, 11 movies to watch before you mad.
I'm like, I'm so sorry.
You're just starting.
Yes.
We're only 3 movies into phase 1. There are 6 phases, and those phases include shows that are 8 episodes.
I know.
We got a lot of work to do.
We do. But yes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Is he dead? Who?
Yeah.
Okay. I
haven't blew himself up, girl, and everybody blew up with him.
Sometimes you don't know.
Yeah,
okay. They come back and it's tricky. Like, I'm just making sure. Like, you see how I like to guess and put things together, and sometimes I'm wrong.
But the only thing, but you guessing, you're so far behind.
Oh.
Like, if you ask me if Ivan's dead, Ivan might show up in the multiverse after Doomsday. I don't know. I'm sure Ivan has a variant. You don't know anything about variants. We're not anywhere near variants at this point. We're not even close. Variants like phase 5. We're not even anywhere around that. You gotta wait to the Avengers. We can talk way more after the Avengers because you're gonna meet some characters that carry through.
Okay, and so that's the last movie of
That's
phase
the end
1.
of phase 1.
Okay.
So you have to get through Thor, you have to get to the first Avenger, and then we get to Avengers.
Okay, so we've done Iron Man, I've done the Hulk, we just did Iron Man 2, then we're doing we're doing Thor, then Consultant.
And we can do the Consultant with Thor.
Is it Captain America or is it Avengers?
It's Captain America, the first Avenger.
Oh, okay. Oh, see, phase 1's light, I can do this. Like...
Yeah, I mean, we're not really going to get into the weeds until after Avengers. Then we get into the weeds.
Okay.
Then you're going to be like, oh...
I need a notebook.
I have things that I need to pay attention to.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, and you're going to be like, but what happened? What that?
And first series is WandaVision.
Yes, the first series that we watch, WandaVision, baby. WandaVision's not coming until after Age of Ultron. We got a lot to get to before we get to WandaVision.
So we got time before.
We got to get through phase 2 before we get to WandaVision. Wanda's in phase 3. No, Wanda's not in phase 3. Wanda's in phase 4. We have work to do.
Okay.
Because when they were like, "Wait till you get to WandaVision, Agatha, baby."
Oh,
we're not nowhere near Agatha.
Like everyone, like
we're not near Agatha. We haven't even touched magic yet. We haven't gotten to magic. Right now, we're just dealing with technology.
What do you mean magic?
Wanda is a Scarlet Witch.
Oh, that's what they've been talking about.
Yes.
Wanda
is a Scarlet Witch.
So we have metahumans that have been altered probably because of government, scientists, smart people, whatever.
Sometimes they haven't been altered. Sometimes they're just mutants. Now that we have access to the mutant universe, we can call them mutants. They were calling them miracles. We didn't have X-Men yet. So they were calling Wanda and her brother, Quicksilver, they were calling them miracles in Marvel.
Okay.
Because they couldn't say mutants because 20th Century Fox had mutants.
Okay.
When Disney bought 20th Century Fox, they got their X-Men, Marvel got its X-Men catalog back.
Oh,
X-Men are mutants, so you know what mutants are, right?
Yes.
What?
They are born with a mutation.
When does the mutation manifest?
It's not when they're born. Don't make fun of me. Kind of like Harry Potter when they become of age and get to go to Hogwarts.
No.
Kind of sort. Like, damn.
Typically, mutations manifest under extreme stress.
Oh.
And you'll understand Deadpool because of that story.
TV timeout. Deadpool is in
the Marvel Universe. We discarded Deadpool in the Marvel Universe fucking forever, but Ryan Reynolds was apparently a fan of Deadpool. Now, see, Deadpool is in the Mutant Universe, right? He's X-Men. Remember, we didn't have X-Men.
Okay.
He's not an X-Man. but he's in the X-Men universe.
Got it.
What we're going to find out probably in Doomsday is that the X-Men universe exists in 616. Remember I told you about the multiverse. We are in 616.
Yep.
Okay? So what we think is that the X-Men, when they show up in Doomsday, because they will be in Doomsday, that everybody will be in the 616. So everybody will be existing at the same time. And you're going to find out that the reason that some people don't know about other metahumans or don't know about other mutants is because those people are confined to an area, right? So like Daredevil is confined to Hell's Kitchen. That's his playground, right?
But they don't
Spider-Man
go anywhere else?
is confined to Queens.
Okay.
No, like these are neighborhood superheroes. These are smaller superheroes.
They don't watch the news?
It doesn't matter. They hear about it, but that's not. They're fighting crime. Daredevil's fighting crime in Hell's Kitchen.
Okay.
Spider-Man is fighting crime in Queens.
Okay.
Like this, you know what I mean?
Okay. I'm just like, they don't travel?
No.
Like, okay.
No.
Okay.
No. So you know how like New York is boroughs. Most people don't come outside the borough.
Fair.
Think about it like that.
I rarely leave the valley, so
there you go.
I understand.
Right?
Like
when people are like,
yes.
come to Redondo Beach, we're like that's
no.
a different country.
I'm not doing that. It's Timbuktu. No, thank you.
Right.
But okay. All right. See, I just get confused when I see like with Iron Man. We had the news on. We had like
But Iron Man
would learn about each other.
Iron Man travels.
Fair.
He would have the news on. He would know about other things.
All right.
Pepper, they know about stuff. This man is a billionaire. He moves globally.
That makes sense.
He's not restricted to Malibu. Right? He lives in Malibu. That house is on a cliff in Malibu.
Yep. And you know what? That's right. Spider-Man is a 16-year-old boy.
Yeah. So everybody's in their own little borough, but somebody like Iron Man is gonna have access to everyone. He's gonna know more simply because he's well traveled and he's a global citizen. So that tracks. Like that completely makes sense. But like now we're going to New Mexico. Coulson ends up in New Mexico. He says we found it.
Oh, okay. Puzzle pieces are coming together. So Thor is going to be set in New Mexico?
Thor is going to be connected to New Mexico.
Okay.
Because they found his hammer.
Okay.
That's what that was. That was his hammer. I did not know because they don't show the whole fucking hammer. They just show like the end with the little tassel hanging off it. Matt and Scott jump out of their seats, fists in the air, and scream. Thor is one of Matt's favorite superheroes.
Got it.
So Matt was like, oh my god, we're getting Thor. We don't know. So we don't know what's coming next. In phase 1, we don't have a fucking clue. They have not told us anything. We are just along for the ride.
We're just guessing. And so right now I'm trying to I see I get to see the timeline.
We know.
I see what's
Yes.
coming. Got it.
We knew that we were going to get an Avengers movie because at the end of Iron Man 1, he wants to talk to him about the Avengers Initiative.
Yes.
Right?
Okay, that tracks.
Okay. The Hulk, when Tony goes up, he's the consultant, which you find out at the end of Iron Man 2 when he's like, I will come on as a consultant if you get Gary Shandling's crazy ass to pin because he wanted to get back because he's petty.
Yes.
Right?
Okay, now I get the consultant.
Yes.
That's a little short.
So Tony is only being bought on as a consultant because he's unstable and he's a narcissist. He's paying ass.
He ain't ready.
He's not ready. So he can't be an Avenger. It's basically you're like you can't join the team.
You
can't sit with us. Exactly. You can't sit with us.
Oh, Tony.
So Tony got kicked out, but he was like, I'll be a consultant, which is so insulting, so rude. But he's like, I'll be a consultant. So when he sees William Hurt's character at the end, when William Hurt's sitting and he's drunk off his ass, and Tony comes in and sits down and is like, I want to talk to you. That's why Tony has been empowered by S.H.I.E.L.D. to be the consultant. That's why he shows up at the end of Hulk. And they just couldn't quite figure out. Hulk, remember, was not part of that. Hulk wasn't part of the world because they can't make a Hulk movie because they don't own the license. So they had to figure out when they did the Infinity Saga on Disney Plus where to put the Hulk. It did make it made sense since we've already been introduced to Iron Man to put him at the end of Hulk. But then you might also be like being like, why the fuck is he talking?
Right, I'm like,
why is he talking to Thunderbolt as like a consultant? Like who empowered him in Iron Man 2?
Wait, who's Thunderbolt? William Hurt's Thunderbolt?
Thunderbolt Ross is his name.
Oh, I'm like,
Colonel Ross he's Colonel Ross.
Yes.
Why is he talking to Colonel Ross? Like, and who empowered him to talk to Colonel Ross?
Now
excuse me, where's Nick Fury?
Fury did. Okay.
Fury gave him the right
okay.
to talk.
Okay.
So that's why.
The pieces are coming together.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was so fun. I can't explain how amazing this was in real time to discover this.
Mm-hmm.
And there was something that I had never witnessed because I didn't grow up. When Scott and I were coming up, there was no nerd community. There were just nerds, and nerds typically got their asses kicked. So most nerds like stayed at home and watched read comic books. Nobody was out talking about I love Thor, I love Iron Man, or in my case, I love G.I. Joe, I love the Thundercats, I love Silverhawks. Like, nobody was saying that shit out loud.
Really?
No, girl, I was a little cartoon head. I still watch cartoons. Like, to this day. But kids were growing up. Kids were so busy trying to be grown, and I was very happy. I was very happy to watch my cartoons. I loved my cartoons. I loved my action figures. And because people in that time, that wasn't an acceptable way to be. And then the nerds grew up and got rich and took over.
And said, you know what? We want movies too.
And that's why we have the things that we have. Because those people who grew up with us, who grew up beloved, Jon Favreau loves Iron Man. That's why it's so true to the character. He pitched it. He was like, let me do these movies. I can honor this character. I know this character. I understand this character. That's why Tony's fleshed out. This character is very three-dimensional. He has one of the best stories. He has one of the best story arcs of all of the characters. And I think it's because the people who created these characters to bring them to who basically interpreted them to bring them to the big screen, it was an act of love. It wasn't like, this is how we make money.
Right.
It was an act of love.
I want to do justice by this.
And Favreau directed them, which means that he was like, no, Tony wouldn't say it like that. Rhodey wouldn't do it like that. Natasha wouldn't move like that. Yeah, he knows these characters. So one of the things that Marvel did, which I thought was extremely smart in the first 3 phases, is not only did they produce by committee, because that storyline had to be tight. It had to walk the wire, right? We didn't have time for little developments with like a writer or, a director was like, actually, I think that we should have a backstory. No, we shouldn't. No one cares about this character. This is where you are, this is where you stay. And I've heard of directors who complain that they don't like the way Marvel does business because they produce by committee. That's because the vision is bigger than the movie.
Right. It
the universe
into it's a piece of a puzzle.
Right.
Yes.
Your little movie is not the end all be all. So you don't get to come in here and do your art and do your thing and express yourself and put your mark on the movie.
The movie is you don't get to do that here. You can put your name on it, but not your mark.
I forgot until we were watching the credits that Justin Theroux wrote. Justin Theroux, best known, unfortunately, as Jennifer Aniston's ex. Okay. But not really. Like, Justin Theroux's done a whole bunch of shit on his own. Okay. But he doesn't have a face or the body of work where you would know who he was. Like, I know who he is on the site because Scott's a cinephile and we watch a bunch of movies. Got it. But he's not the kind of person who'd be like, oh, that guy. He's not a movie star. Got it. He's an artist. Okay. Okay? Yes. So, one of the things that I thought they did... Iron Man? He wrote, one of the screenplays. I want to say it was Iron Man 2. He wrote it. And I was like, oh shit, Justin Theroux. Shit. I did not realize this man wrote the screenplay. Which means he also was a fan. Because look at the justice that was done. Yes. Like I said, the nerds got rich. Yeah, they grew up. They got rich. They became influential. And they started telling the stories of their childhoods. And I personally, as a person who experienced these things as a kid, that's why we're infantilized. Scott says this, like, this is the thing that people hate about Marvel fans. Like, you guys are infantilized. We don't care. Leave us alone. We don't care. Are we in your business telling you what you should watch and what you should like? No, fuck off. Like, we're happy over here. You're just mad. Go get you some business. Go get something. Exactly. We're perfectly happy. When people are like, oh, Marvel adults are weird, Disney adults are weird, fuck off. Mind your business. Are we bothering you? Are we bothering you? No. Leave us alone. Oh my gosh. Right? And we have the thing that Marvel and Disney like. We have disposable income. Fuck off.
And we'll go spend our dollars where we want to go spend them.
Right.
And
You know,
play.
some people have an attitude about Disney now, but being for adults. Who's spending the money?
Help the adults. Like,
And there's plenty of places for you to take your 3-year-old.
Yes,
Okay?
see-
We don't go to your spots. You don't see me in Tomorrowland. You don't see me bothering kids in It's a Small World. Do you see me on the Dumbo ride? Do you see me on Nemo?
And
No,
also,
you
like,
do not.
even the kids that go, it's their parents that want to take the kids to Disney so that they can get the pictures and the memories.
Right.
These babies don't remember.
They don't remember. They don't care about Snow White. Snow White came in the 30s. The fuck they care about Snow White for?
Sometimes I'm like I don't get it.
There are
Like-
people who have an attitude about how Disney has, grown up the parks, but I'm like, who's spending the money?
Hello, I didn't get it.
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Who's spending the money?
I
Who's
don't.
fueling this? Who's buying them goddamn $79.99 Spirit jerseys?
Yeah.
Ugly ass jerseys. Those things are so expensive.
I have not
People
seen those.
Oh, they're hideous. I hate them. They're the ones with the giant Disneyland written all across the back.
Oh, I have not seen those.
Oh, they're
I thought I got my first pair of ears the first time I went to Disney. I can't do Disney the same anymore. I'm so irritated, but it is okay. I do love Disney. I went and was like, oh, I get it.
You
I'm a
have
little
to,
princess
at
and,
some
like-
point, Disney requires and Marvel requires that you believe in magic.
Oh, absolutely. And it was absolutely
And
magical.
you have to
I got
shed all of your
Yep.
pretenses. You have to be like, I'm too adult for this. I'm too grown for this. Get out.
Right? Then you don't even
Get out.
I
We
got
are magical children here. We are happy.
Yep.
We are free. Leave us alone.
I got ears. I ate all the snacks. I
Yeah.
had candy.
When
I
you
rode
leave,
rides.
you can start worrying about being a responsible adult.
Right?
When you're at Disneyland, that is not the time.
Oh, it was fantastic. I was like, oh, this could be a problem. I am glad it's kind of far away.
It's
like,
fun for us.
Far
It's
away.
But I know it's a different country.
I'm like-
Anaheim. You're like, oh my god, it's so
An
far.
hour. Alyssa, sit down.
No,
Like-
it's a place. When you walked into Disneyland, did you guys do both? Or you just did Disneyland?
Oh, I did both. We did both.
Okay, so when you walked into Disneyland, did you see the placard when you walked under the archway? Now you leave the real world
Oh,
and
no,
you
I did
enter the
not.
world
I gotta go back. I gotta go back.
of
I gotta go back.
yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Oh.
You have been warned. When you step through that archway, after you pass the entrance,
Mhm.
you step through the archway, there are placards on both sides because there's archways on 2 sides. There's placards on both sides to let you know to shed all of your pretenses. Let everything go. Just come in here and believe in magic.
And have a good time.
Don't fuck it up for everybody else. Come
But
have
we
a
can't have
lovely
nice
time.
things.
There's this whole thing about, there is an issue that I wish that Disney really needs to take care of, and it did escalate and it turned into a problem last month. People come because we can't have nice things, and it's mostly young people and really large groups and really large families do this thing where they split the groups up and they have someone from the groups get in line, and then as they get close,
Text them to
the
come.
rest of the group, they text them to come, and the rest of the group pushes past everyone. Some of these lines are 75 minutes.
Nope. Oh, I would fight somebody.
That's what happened in December.
Oh.
This man was trying to take his daughter on, I want to say it was Rise of the Resistance. And Rise of the Resistance, unless you have a lightning pass, or unless you check the app and the app says 30 minutes and you need to drop everything and get your ass over there because the average wait time is 75, sometimes 110 minutes.
Nope. See, I'm a lightning
Rise of the
pass.
Resistance is one, even with the lightning pass, it
Yep.
still might be 45 minutes, but you're going to get through.
It's worth
right?
it. Yep.
And Rise of Resistance is not a multi-pass, it's a single
Yep.
lightning pass. You have to buy one for Rise of Resistance and you have to buy one for Radiator Springs. Those are the most popular rides. Okay, so California Adventures, Radiator Springs, and Radiator Springs Racers.
Okay.
And in Disneyland, it's Rise of Resistance. Everybody knows if you're doing Rise of Resistance, strap in for the wait. Get yourself something to eat. Play a game on your phone. They do a lot. There's a lot of lovely things that happen. One of the things the credit that I will give Disney is that in the line, there's a lot of interactive stuff.
Yep.
In the
Yes,
line.
I was never bored.
It's
Never
beautiful.
bored.
It's something to look at. You're taking pictures. It's always something to do. Well, apparently in Rise of Resistance in December, someone did that with this whole crew of I'm gonna call them riffraff because apparently they behaved like they didn't have any freaking home training. So all of these grown ass men pushed past this man and his daughter.
Nope. See, that's
and the man was like, dude, like this is not okay. Like everybody's in this line. We're all trying to do this, and you guys cannot jump the line like this. This is foul.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys jumped him, beat him to a pulp, and then ran out of the park.
Stop.
Trash. And I'm like, oh, y'all just letting anybody in the park, man.
Wow.
They jumped this man in front of his child, beat him down, and then because they knew they were wrong, because you get banned.
Yes.
You do something like that, you're banned for life. You're
but
done. They
why
kick you out.
come? What was the...
I don't know if they've identified them yet, but they have them running.
I need to look it up.
And leaving
That's
the park
crazy.
is so messed up. But I said to Scott when I found the story, I was like, this man is all of us. Because we're all frustrated when we see this. Every time I see it, I'm like,
It's just not fair. We've been waiting.
and you see these people, they're like, excuse me, and they're pushing past and they're on their phones. You can see they're texting, excuse me, we're coming, we're trying to get there. And these people are like, we're near the front, you need to come. That is not okay. You guys have a party of 16 people.
Ooh.
It's not okay. And it's not just
cute.
adult, it's young people. But sometimes I see families do it. I see the kids, they're dragging kids with them, and I'm like, this is not okay. And Disney has got to police this because I see it happen a lot. I'm going to Disney steady for 3 years, and in the last year and a half, it has gotten really bad. And it's really bad on the most popular rides. You're never going to see it on the rides when you have like a 30-minute wait.
Right.
Everybody behaves themselves. But when it's like a 75, 80-minute wait, they do that. They push past, and I'm like, this is not okay.
It should like something.
It's not okay.
Something along the lines of like when you're a reservation at a restaurant. Your whole party needs to be here to be seated.
We're not
Like,
holding up the restaurant for y'all to be.
Or the rack. Yeah.
We're not doing that.
Like
It's not okay.
like when you check in at the front of the ride, like the line, like this is a potential solution. Like, how many people in your party?
They need to start posting no cutting.
That too.
Cutters will be enforced.
This is one of my biggest pet peeves.
Smile, you're on
Like,
camera.
Oh, I'm
Cutting
all
will
the
be
time, I'm like,
enforced. You will be
excuse
banned
me,
from the park. They need to start enforcing it. It's just
It's sad that
infuriating.
that's where we are.
And the other thing that's really, really sad for me as an adult is to watch the kids be upset. Because they're just like, they can just go.
It's like, oh no, baby, no, they can't. I mean, they are.
No,
and
that's
so-
not right. Those are bad people. But I see parents being like that because the kids are like,
They're like, I'm gonna wait here. I'm being good.
I have to pee.
Right?
My legs hurt. Because you get to a point in the line where you can't go backwards. So they just lean up against.
Uncomfortable.
Further do we have to go?
And then you see these foul people cut the line. You're like, Mom, can we do that?
And it's teenagers and it's people in their 20s, and I'm like, y'all are screwing it up for everybody. You guys are really screwing it up for everybody. I always say like the ideal Disney people are the kids and the old heads. Because we've seen some folks with like gray in their hair, and we're like, yes!
I'm starting to get it. I went to...
And they're just couples, no kids, but they're dressed. They're like dressed and stuff, or they're wearing ears, or like they're wearing like their Star Wars gear or whatever.
Got pins.
That makes me happy to see that because I'm like, never grow up, right? So those people are always so fun, and sometimes they see us and we all get to talking. Like everybody gets to talking, the adults get to talking, right? Or the kids who are really blown away by the wonder. They're just like, look, it's Snow White.
That is
oh my
fun
God,
to see.
That's so, this Princess Tiana. Like, oh my God, did I ever tell you about the parade?
No.
Where I broke down and cried. I never cried at Disneyland, except I do cry during the fireworks. I do. It's so magical. I do cry during the really magical times, but the most magical thing I saw, it was so perfect. You know, of all the Disney, especially the modern ones, Encanto's my favorite.
I did not know that.
Oh my God. I turn it up.
I've seen it, but I haven't seen it.
I turn it up to volume 75 so that I can hear it at every point in the house, because we have like this huge subwoofers. And then I am singing all the songs. I'm dancing around the house singing all the songs and screaming when they yell out, because it's a musical.
Yes.
So screaming when they yell out, so fun. It's one of my it's the most fun.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I feel like
watch
of a lot of the Disney sing-alongs. It doesn't have. Like, it has pathos, but it's not like, I feel like some of the sing-alongs tend to be super, super angsty, and I don't want a super angsty. Encanto is upbeat. It's go, 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 go. Even when they're complaining, they're all still, it's just the music, it's the kind of music. Because it's Latin music, it's just upbeat. It's amazing. So, we're at Disneyland, and it's the Main Street Parade. You know, because we live here, we just show up whenever the fuck we show up. So sometimes we show up and the parade's happening. I'm like, oh, it's parade, let's go to the parade.
Perfect.
We don't plan for shit. This is the beauty of living in Southern California.
True.
And being able to go whenever the fuck you feel like it. So one day we went, and it was the characters parade.
Okay.
Because sometimes the parades are different. Like, we're getting ready to go into Lunar New Year, so that all the parades, like the Mulan parade's gonna happen. Like, that's a whole big thing. And like, watching the Mulan parade at night is magic, because everything's backlit, and there's like, you know, oh my god, it's beautiful. It's like dancing flowers and dragons. It's amazing. But anyway, back to the story. We're watching the character parade, and all the characters coming down, they're waving, and some of them are on the ground walking, and some of them are in the big floats.
Copy.
So Mirabel, who is the main character in Encanto, comes down. And Mirabel, her character is very loving. She's a fixer. Mirabel is she's codependent.
Okay.
So she needs everyone to be happy. She's traumatized in her family. You know, the trauma kid is the kid that's like, have you eaten? Have you drank?
Right.
Are you happy? What do you need? I got you. I need everyone to be happy. So she's looking after the adults. She's looking after the kids. So Mirabel is a loving character. She is just love. And so I see her, and out loud I go, Mirabel! Like, super loud, because I'm so excited. At the same time, the girl on the other side, this little girl, she's like 5. She starts jumping to me down, and she's like, Mirabel, Mirabel. Mirabel breaks rank, runs over to the little girl, scoops her up, and gives her the biggest hug, and I just cried.
Oh, baby girl.
That's the character. The character would have done that.
Yeah.
If Mirabel saw a child that loved her, she would just hug the child. And I just cried. And Scott's looking at me like, I don't understand.
You're like, it's just love.
I'm like, you don't understand. She's such a loving character, and the actress got the memo.
Yes.
She got the memo.
She's like, this is what I do. I'm here.
This is what Mirabel would do.
Yes.
And the parent, like, that kid's never gonna forget that.
Right.
She's never gonna forget.
She had a magical moment.
Yes.
Yes.
And that is what Disneyland is about. And that's what it should always be about. It should always be about magic. We should never bring our bullshit and our outside. None of that belongs there. Please come here. Be happy. These people work so hard. I mean, the most underrated players they work so hard
to keep that magic
to
alive
make
in the
sure
park.
Everyone feels the magic in some way. From Kylo Ren running around cussing everybody out, the stormtroopers getting everybody together, because you know stormtroopers are the villains. So when you go into Galaxy's Edge, you're like, ma'am, walk along. Do what you're loitering too long.
Good.
Please move over here. I love that.
The commitment to
I love it so much.
Did
I ever tell you when I bought my Palpatine robe?
Yes.
And the lady was like, listen to me. You cannot wear this off planet. Do you understand? Now what she's telling me is, don't you put this robe on and walk around the park, because they will tackle you. Okay? You cannot wear this off planet. I knew exactly what she had her hands on mine, because I'm holding the rope like, yes, I got my thing. Give me. And she's like, listen to me. You cannot wear this. Like, we're not playing with you. It was a very dangerous time. It was the middle of COVID.
Oh.
They couldn't control everybody who was in the park. They were very worried about people coming in the park and misbehaving. And you can't wear a large robe because they don't know what's under the robe.
Yep.
So I respect it. I'm like, ma'am, I'm an adult. I read exactly. I understand what you're saying. I read you loud and clear. And she was like, okay, keep it in the bag.
Oh.
I was like, yes, ma'am.
Listen.
Yes.
Listen. And it shines through on the screen, and I already know I'm in for a ride, and I'm so excited. But you can see, like, the care, the detail, the development, the tones, like the scene in the car. Oh my god, it was such a mess. I was so stressed out, but it's funny at the same time. Like when they're ramming Ivan and he's like, give me a shout, and she's screaming. She's like, ah!
Yes.
It was oh, it was a beautiful, chaotic mess, but it felt, I was like, oh, I believe this. I believe this. I believe this.
And you understand where Pepper says, my body cannot handle the
Like,
stress. I physically could not handle being around you and working for you. This is horrible. I can't do this. I was like, Pepper will have a heart attack.
Yeah, giving her hot palpitations. Poor baby.
She can't function.
And so I'm excited. We've got Thor next.
Yes.
And then the consultants, and
we'll do Thor and consultant. Like I said, consultant's fine.
Yes, we're gonna do that.
And then we'll do the first Avenger, which is going to take you into a different. Everyone, like you see, the Hulk took you out of Iron Man, so we went back into the Iron Man universe. Which you see the cohesion.
Oh yeah.
We literally just went from Iron Man to Iron Man 2. The Hulk is an incidental because they need to fit him into the Infinity Saga, but everything has a texture.
Yes.
Everything has a texture, and you're gonna know whose world you're in based
on
how you feel. Yes, okay. This is brilliantly done. They did a very good job.
Well, I'm excited for next time. All right, I need food now.